tonight.
Tommy Lozano now moving to 2-0 as a professional with 2 first-round finishes.
And he's his own harshest critic right there, because that was a fun fight, fun performance, but I do also understand it being a professional and saying, it'll do, but I've got some things to work on and to continue to build off of.
Yeah, you know how fighters are. They're hard on themselves regardless of whether they win or lose, and those are the athletes that we're going to see growing and evolving and constantly making those improvements rather than the ones that just sit there and enjoy what they did.
Absolutely.
Making his way to the cage, Jay Ponder.
And now we've got a couple of flyweights in the mix. We have a flyweight bout between J-Po Ponder taking on Juan Rosales.
I ain't got no shit, you believe me now. When you just rock, when you get rock, when you believe me now. I'm still listening, I kept. Learn to my witness, I got. Yeah, try to kiss about their freedom, then my dog we up. I'm down the road, 5 kids, I feel like you need to see them. I can't say how I feel, I don't pop pills, I just gotta breathe in. Oh, fell fucked up, sweat, young age,
Kind of worked out crazy, right? Like he got his kick caught, Tommy did, taken down, and that was how he wins the fight. And had that not happened, maybe they would have just ended up brawling on the feet for 15 minutes, you know?
Yeah, hey, great awareness, though, and IQ in the process for Tommy to know that that is there and available, especially sometimes when you do have that wrestler who wants to start to stand or get to that eyes over eyes position to unload some ground and pound. There is the potential for you to invert a little bit and start to get a leg inside, and that's exactly what Tommy did.
Definitely.
And London tried to roll through a couple of times, but that bite was just so heavy on the heel.
And it was early in the round. They're dry. Like, I can only imagine what that felt like.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine what that felt like.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll one-up you on that one. I don't want to know what that felt like. From the outside, we were both standing like, oh my God, that is close. That is all but going to be a very, very bad tail for those ligaments in the knee.
I was hoping that he would tap before anything snapped or something more significant happened. And he's a good fighter. He knew that he was compromised, and that was the time to call it. He'll be back.
Yeah. And sometimes when that pop happens with those leg locks, it's disgusting, folks. I mean, I've been sitting here cage side a couple of times where that knee is just disintegrated in the process from a heel hook, and you don't want to be around for that.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, Juan Rosales.
Now, both these guys, right, coming off of a few losses, they've hit a rough patch in their career, so this will be a turning point for one of them.
Correct. And it's certainly a difference in dimensions between the two of these fighters here. You have Jay Ponder, who is alien-like dimensions for 125 pounds, or well, this being at a catch weight of 130. Yeah. But for flyweights, as I should say, collectively, no, he's like about 6 foot, 6'1" as a flyweight.
Yeah, he's a very rangy, very scrappy fighter. I believe his losses have come from people taking him down, submitting him. That is kind of where the hole in his game is. I'm excited to see if he's worked on that and patch those holes up.
He's fought some tough guys in the process too. You know?
Yeah,
he's fought some very battle-tested, recognizable names here on the Colorado footprint. And with a couple of them, hey, he's had him in some compromised positions at times.
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
Just a thing of some of those small details out there in the process. Now, will Juan Rosales be able to answer the bell here against Jay Slaughterhouse Ponder?
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. Both guys good at the striking game. I believe Juan is going to hold the advantage in the grappling aspect. He does have a wrestling background also, so we'll see how this one plays out.
Now, one thing to take into consideration with this matchup, as opposed to some of those other wrestler versus striker matchups that we had on the day, folks, is there is knees to the head that are available. So does Jay show something up the middle for any of those potential shot attempts that come from Juan?
Yeah, this is a pro fight, so you know the knees to the head are legal here.
Genesis crew rolling deep over there with Juan Rosales. Coach Jake, who I know has been with Juan ever since Juan was a kid. Got Mike Schultz over there as well, also a veteran of our 5280 ring and Colorado Combat Club cage.
Yeah, a true Genesis product right here.
And man, I'll tell you what, I just love Coach Mike Schultz.
Yeah.
I love the guy. I mean, we both love pro wrestling. We're pro wrestling nerds, sending old school wrestling stuff back and forth. We're just talking about the product right now. So on top of all the fighting exchanges that we have, I just got to throw that shout out to Coach Mike. I love the guy.
Yeah, Coach Mike does a lot of good work with Juan Rosales' striking. So does Coach Jake. So he's going to have, you know, a nasty striking attack here and the grappling on lock. That being said, though, Jay Ponder's a tough puzzle to figure out on the feet, you know, and that's why everybody's been diving at his legs.
Correct. Well, you got to find your way to get in. Now, if he works behind his jab, works behind some of those long-range strikes, as you mentioned, it's a tough puzzle to solve. Juan has to be creative and figure out his entries without taking damage in the process.
Yes. Juan's a very talented fighter. He's 2-2. He could easily be 4-1. A couple slip-ups.
He's had a couple of tough battles with our guy who's going to be in that next fight in Alex Rigo.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 1-1. Maybe after this we can do the third one. Jay Ponder putting a lot of pressure on Juan.
Which, as mentioned earlier, could be a little bit problematic with the wrestler. But Ponder shows up to fight. You know, win or loss, the kid comes to scrap.
Yeah. Nice low kick by Juan.
Oh, good low kicks from Juan.
He's got to check those. Ponder has to check those, but he's standing so wide.
A takedown attempt from Ponder.
Wow. What a turn
double
of
leg.
events here.
Okay. Now Juan scrambles right back, gets to his feet right away. Now body lock secured here by Ponder.
Who saw this coming? I don't think anybody expected this.
I certainly didn't. Now, does that mess with your psyche at all if you're Juan? That, oh man, I was expecting this guy to stand here and trade with me on the feet. I wasn't expecting him to find the takedown fit in.
Yeah, I think it has to, but Juan has him.
Mistake though by Jay by trying to just drag him down in the process. Juan trying to find this Kimura attempt right here. And that's deep. That's getting the wristwatch all the way up. Oh my God, is that bad? That's a tough shoulder lock right there. First round submission by Kimura, finished by Juan Rosales. Micah taking his shirt off in the crowd.
I think he ripped his favorite shirt, apparently.
Micah, never a shortage for theatrics.
Maybe we'll have to kick him out after this one.
Well, it was a crop top, so, you know, maybe it was a good thing that he ripped it.
I'm not mad about it.
I don't think any of us are.
Yeah.
Micah runs to the beat of his own drum. Gotta love him for it. But he is certainly, as he always likes to say, he has main character energy. He is player one in his own game.
Yeah, definitely.
But all credit goes to his longtime teammate and training partner, Juan Rosales, here tonight.
Well, with that victory, depending on what happens with this next fight, maybe we see Rigo and Juan run that back.